Guten Tag, ciao, and hello. Welcome. I want to talk about one of my favorite board games. This is the Tabletop Simulator mod for it, but you can also get it. It comes in a really nice box with some really cool components. Um, I guess the little plastic spaceships could be better, but the metal coins are just really cool. Um, and they're on it, like you could use them from other things, but if you're stingy or if you're like particular like me, you won't. Anyways, Moonrakers is a lot of fun. It is a shrewd negotiation game that is a deck builder. So if you like Catan but don't like the roll of the dice, well, you're in luck. You build your own luck actually in this game. So you build a deck out of action cards, and action cards are these generic cards up here. So you start with 3 reactors, 2 thrusters, 2 shields, 2 damage 1 cards, and a miss. You can tell from the bottom of this card here. And this ship card also displays the 4 upgrade slots your ship has. So that's essentially what's in front of you. And you start with those 10 cards in your deck, and let's talk about what they do. So reactors give you 2 actions. Each time you're participating in contract, you start with 1 action. You might not need more than 1 action because you're taking a secondary role in that contract for a minimal payout, or maybe you're a really good negotiator and you're getting a great payout by only playing 1 card. Who knows? So generally, the first thing you do though when you're completing contract is playing a reactor because they give you +2 actions. And every time you play an action card, that is an action. Thrusters draw you more cards into your hand. At the end of each contract, though, that you participate in, you draw back up to 5 after discarding your hand. So you discard your hand and draw 5 new cards. Shields block a hazard. Hazards are assigned per negotiation, and each contract has their own different amount of hazard dice, ranging from 0 to 4. But generally, they'll be around the 1 to 2 mark and in the 3 mark. So the 0 and the 4 are kind of the high and low end of the spectrum there. And you have a 33% chance of blanking out and not getting any hazards, which is good, which means you don't have to play shields unless that's a contract requirement. But you also have a 33% chance of getting 1 hazard, and then the other 33% chance is those double hazards. Never fun to see those. So now we have our damage cards. We have damage 1, damage 2, and damage 3. We start with damage 1 cards in our hand, or in our deck, and you can get damage 2 and 3 cards through upgrades, or sometimes upgrade abilities lets you discard a card for damage 2 or 3. There's a variety of ways to get them. And then there's misses. Misses don't do anything unless you have an upgrade that kind of you can get some use out of misses still with the right upgrades. There's one upgrade that lets you use miss as a wild card, for example. So that one's pretty cool. But generally, misses are a pain in the butt. Alright, so let's talk about contracts some more, and we're going to get started here. I have both expansions IRL, so I like to play with them, because honestly I don't really know what's not. I've always played with the first encounter, and then I got the shard not too long later. And then there's actually a single player, or a co-op campaign, coming out. So this is the scripted TTS mod. I believe it is free. So I'm playing against an AI. It's essentially a timer. I need to get 10 prestige. Prestige is earned through contract cards. Let me find a good one here. This is an example of contract card. They're not. It doesn't have every type of thing you can get from it, but I get 1 prestige from this mission from the upper right. I would get 3 credits from completing this mission. It is a rescue type contract because it says so in the small text there. Underneath the name of the mission or the contract itself. In the bottom right, there's the hazard dice, which determines each bar shows you how many hazard dice you roll. For instance, I wouldn't roll any hazard dice on this one, but this one is 1 hazard die. And honestly, if you're going for this one, it's not even that bad because as we know, 1 hazard die can only roll 2 hazards, and we're playing 2 shields to complete this mission, and the shields block 1 hazard. But if I was relying on the AI or the bank here to help me out, I don't get that block ability. only my own shields block my hazards, unfortunately. So that is something to keep in mind. So prestige moves us up to the end zone. We want 10 prestige to win the game. Other ways to get prestige is through objective cards. We start with 3 in hand. We discard 1. So this one's a pretty good one. After acquiring 4 ship parts, replace a part in your ship. Would get me 1 objective point. I think all of them are 1 objective point. So I don't think this one's possible in the single player, so I'm actually going to... I mean, it is technically possible. It's just very hard to do in single player, and I don't think it's very fun. I mean, I guess this is doable here, so we're just going to take these 2. Complete a rescue contract alone. Well, hey, look, this rescue contract seems pretty easy, just as I mentioned. Also this one, so who knows. And then acquire 4 ship parts after replacing part. That tends to happen naturally. I tend to get 4 to 6 upgrades a game. So upgrades are over here. And what they do is this is how you build your deck generally, is through upgrades. You pay for them with credits. So you see here the vector jets. This is a good one. 3 credits. The brand is Ventus. I'm looking the bottom right, and it adds a thruster, 1 thruster into your deck. In the upper right, it tells you what it does, and then also has an ability there, which is very nice. It looks like we have a very good spread here of Ventus upgrades, but this one's a very nice one too. Fission. Reactor cards don't require an action to play. So like I said, generally starting playing with that reactor card. So instead of going to 2 actions after playing that reactor to begin with, you're at 3 already, and then it just kind of ramps up. So that's always nice. Doom is really good. It gives us a damage 3. Look at that. And then when I stay at base, it gains 4 credits instead of 1. Stay at base, what does that mean? Instead of completing a contract, I can stay at base. And staying at base lets me, it gets me 1 credit, only 1. It lets me draw 2 objective cards and pick 1 from those 2, discarding the other. And then I can also bin a contract I don't want to do, or if I want to, if you're playing against other people, you can kind of see, oh, so he's building towards a high damage build. Let's get rid of this damage contract, for instance, and kind of screw them over, right? So there's some play there. Generally, you'll get rid of the really hard ones though, because you always want to make it easier for yourself to win. But when playing with 3 to 5 people, you're going to have really great negotiation going on, and that's really how you win. But you want to build yourself out, because once you're in this like 7 to 9 range, you're going to have to be able to solo missions, and then especially when you can't rely on the players you were working with before, who got up really high really fast. If you're down in the 4 and 5 and everyone else is up here, you're gonna have to start soloing missions from here. So really, ultimately, the goal is to make yourself self-sufficient to solo these missions. So I guess let's kind of... Oh, I didn't talk about crew. Crew go into your deck. They are considered action cards. We kind of have a pretty good spread here. Because Bill Bendo is very nice. He's very flexible. He negates 1 hazard, just like a shield. He's essentially a shield card. But he also counts as a crew. Crew are the purple requirement. So to complete a contract, I would need to play, like, for instance, this contract I need to play 1 shield and 1 reactor. Whereas this one, I would need to play 4 reactors and 3 crew. I don't start with any crew in my deck, so doing any of these crew ones is pretty silly to start out. Zarag is pretty good too, because he lets me search for things and play it for free. So it's a crew and then whatever I look for. Sometimes it's another crew. And then Jess Afra, she's good for fixing your deck, but she's not great if you need to play that card, because then it's essentially 2 actions. So a little tough, but Bill's very good because he lets me draw and he's a shield. So he's either a free shield or a shield plus half a thruster. So, and he's also that crew requirement. So I think I might go for Bill or Zek to start here. although we have a very good spread of upgrades. Alright, let's dive into it. So flip these over, because normally keeping those secret from the other players, but again, this is the 1 to 2 player mode here, which is part of the rules, alternate rule set. We draw 5 cards. Ooh, I don't have a reactor, and I don't have. Oh, this is brutal. Okay. Oh man, this is very unfortunate. Jeez. So I'm gonna draw 3 reactors and 2 damage next turn. I can complete this explore contract by myself. I know that because I know the stats on the default loadout at the bottom and what's in my 5 cards remaining. This is very unfortunate. Alright, so if I can complete this one here by leveraging the AI player. I think I might just do that, because then I could buy Doom, and that would just let me buy things really fast. So I might do that. So I'll put this out, and generally you just solo this, but I don't have a reactor. So thankfully he does, so I'll spend a credit. When using the bank, if I were to use a crew, it would cost a prestige. It doesn't have any prestige, so I can't do that, but I can use a normal thing, a normal action, which will only cost me credit. So I'll only get 2 credits from this, and I'll toss this bad boy out. And then I bend my hand. Oh, that's brutal, because I won't even have... Oh. And then I will buy Doom. So I get 2 credits, spend the other 2, and I'll buy Doom, and I get that damage 3, which is kind of nice. That goes in my discard pile, and I'll draw 5 more. I refresh this, and he bumped up a notch, which is fun. So as I said, I know the odds. Let's pull you. Okay, what were my missions again? Oof. Alright, I do flip this over here. So I'm going to stay at base actually. I'm going to get some coins. I'm actually just going to buy Zek, and well, I'm going to buy Bill first actually and see who we replace him with. Ooh, Ryle's good too. Um, Having that option to either negate 2. I don't think he's great, but I think he's pretty good. I'm going to buy this guy still though with my other 2. Okay. So I bend my hand again. And I do get to pick 2 objective cards because I stayed there. I do pick 1. These kind of go hand in hand, unfortunately. Like, and maybe I think it's incredibly unlikely to acquire 3 Henko cards, but there's a decent chance I may play 3 shields. So I think I'll go for that one. And then I click you, bump you up. Alright, so now I got some good stuff. Let's see what I have here. And there we go. That's a good spread. Let's do this one, because I have that one objective. And I can buy vector jets after that. So, do supernova escape, and this one has a hazard die. Oh my goodness. Alright, well this is why I have Bill. Bill. Alright, so I'm going to play a reactor. I'm going to thrust. So that was my first action. This is my second action. So my first action is actually +2 action. So I'm at 1 action here. I'm going to play Zekzarag, and I can search my deck for my draw pile that is, and play it without an action. And then shuffle it. Of course, Bill is next up. So Bill is negating 1 hazard, and the requirements for shields is 1 less. So he doesn't count towards this objective, unfortunately, but he does help that out. And then I can either draw a card and have it be 1 action, or +1 action. I'm going to take that +1 action because otherwise I wouldn't have enough actions to play my second shield. So I have 2 shields because Bill reduces the requirements by 1, and I have my thruster. I have now completed this contract. I've completed a rescue contract alone, so I actually get 2 prestige. And I'm up here now, and I still get those 3 coins. So had I only blocked 1 damage somehow, like for instance if Bill didn't count towards the requirements of a shield, I would have actually lost the prestige from this contract. And if you have too many hazards, then you have shields, and the mission can't, and you complete the mission, or you don't complete the mission, for instance, you can still lose prestige on the tracker. So you want to be careful with this hazard dice. This is very unfortunate, though. 66% chance it wasn't going to happen. But like I said before, you needed the 2 shields, so it's effectively a wash. Alright, so we did that. I'm going to buy Vector Jets, actually. Vector Jets is very nice because I'm always the mission leader when I am in the solo mode. And we're just going to reclaim everything and snag ourselves a thruster, and then draw 5 cards. There's that miss. And refresh this. Alright. So you notice here on this one, there's a third choice here, and that's something you can also negotiate on. This lets you pick from the deck, the crew deck, or the ship part deck, the top of it. Just pick the top card. But you have your choice of crew or ship upgrade, and you do have to equip it if you do pick that random one, so keep that in mind. But sometimes it's a really good part. Sometimes it's a kind of a janky part that fits more into a niche build. So yeah, it is a risk with the crew, the ship parts. But I think generally you get better ship parts than crew randomly, because the crew can throw off your odds if they're not very useful. Like carry is good if I'm building damage, but other than that, it's kind of just a waste. It's hurting the odds of other cards in my hand. Anyways, this is a surefire thing. I can't miss here. My odds for drawing. I had pulled both my crew, so unlikely to do transport rescue. But let's see here. So I need ship parts. 5 damage though. Can we do damage? So we don't have any damage available here, unfortunately. But I will probably like to do this. I think there is a thruster. Both my thrusters are my discard. So I don't think I can complete any of the thruster related ones. They only require 3. I can't complete this one. I'll be drawing my last 2 cards, which are my damage 1 cards actually. So literally this is the only one I can do. And it's actually better if I just stay at base because I have Doom. So I think I'm just gonna do exactly that. I'm gonna stay at base. I'm gonna go for this Comac piece next. So take this stuff here, ka-chow, ka-chow. Very shiny coins. I'm going to bin. Those are actually pretty doable. I'm gonna bin this one here. These are all actually decently doable. I just have it not in a great spot right now positionally. I'll bin this one and refresh. I do get 2 objectives here. Let's see what they are. Okay, this one I can't do. Complete a kill contract alone, or play at least 3 thruster cards in the same contract. Now, ooh. Oh, I forgot to draw the +1. That might have been useful, because that would have been able to reshuffle my hand. It's whatever. I guess I didn't technically start a contract yet, so I wouldn't know what that is. Reclaim that. And we're going to... Ooh, these are both pretty doable. Like this 5 kill contract right here. Very doable if I get that damage 3 in the right hand. But I think quick strike is just so much more easier. So I think I'm going to go for that. Because generally when you're drawing cards, you just... I think thrusters are probably the strongest build, building towards thrusters and reactors, and you want to make sure you have a splash of shield. You can kind of ignore damage for the most part. Like just building these 3 things, like this protects your prestige, this draws you to your cards, and this gives you more actions. Damage is just something to complete a mission. So, yeah, I think we're gonna go like that. And do you want to splash anything? Because nope. Okay, so we draw 2 cards. Flip these over. Draw 3 more. Ah, right on cue, eh? So, alright. Core World Ace is looking very hot. Very fun. Alright, you know what? Let's do it. So we gotta refresh you, bump you up, and we're gonna do you. We're gonna roll you and hope you're a blank. My goodness. I am just so unlucky. Well, I do have my vector jets. There's 1 shield. Cool. It doesn't really help me out a whole lot. But I still get the 5 and everything, so actually I won't even have enough actions here, because I'm at 2 actions, I'm at 3 actions. Oh no, I will have enough actions. Do this, and then I'll pay for 1. And now I get a ship card at random, because I'm going to go ship card here. Hyper Shift. Gets me a... I always try to drag from that one. Gets me a thruster, and then before playing cards I can discard my entire hand. If I do, I draw 5 cards. It's a solid upgrade, but I'll probably pitch it when I get 2 more. I do get 4 coins, and I gain a prestige, but I lose the prestige because I only blocked 1 hazard. So I stay still, refresh, reclaim. I'm going to buy. I'm gonna buy this one here, which adds a reactor to my deck, and I'm going to draw 5. And no reactors here. But I do have you, which lets me search for a reactor, so that's nice. Doesn't count towards this though, unfortunately, but not too bad. Ah, I like the Pursuer. Pursuer's very good. So then you, I actually will buy Absorption as well. And like I mentioned, oh, Pursuer's good. So I'll buy Absorption and swap you out. So that just gets discarded. And boop. Oh! Oh no, I just got. Dang it. Oh. Hand size is very good. Alright, because you actually draw to your hand size. You don't draw 5 cards. Your hand size is 5 by default, but having a hand size of 6 is just really good. Okay. Oh, sorry, I drew the wrong one here. There it is. I grabbed a reactor, right? I hope I did. I didn't even grab a thruster, so okay. Because I bought that Comac part, right? Yeah. Cool. Alright, so we're just making sure we're good to go here. We replaced this one. We already hit you. So let's take a look here. I'm running out of time. I gotta do something splashy here. I do have crew I can use. What's my missions here? Oh, I did replace a part. So I did gain a prestige from that. This is generally a hard game, I think, in single player mode at least. Let's swing it, I suppose. So I'll do this. I draw the start of a contract. I draw +1 if I have no reactors in hand. And then as mission leader, I draw +1. There's my reactor. Reactors don't cost an action to play. So Doom is actually a pretty good one to ditch now as well. So I'm at 3 actions. Draw 2 cards to go to 2 actions. I draw my miss. Draw one more. So I'm at 2 actions. I'm at 4 actions now, because actions don't cost anything to play. I'm going to draw 2 more. Oh, I didn't roll my hazard dice, I apologize. That's much better. So I was at 3 actions. I'm at 5 actions now. And draw 2 cards, and that is Quick Strike. So I gain prestige. And so I'm at 4 actions. I'm going to play Zek, go to 3 actions, search, get that reactor, shall play, for free because it doesn't cost an action to draw 2. Oh, technically I need to shuffle. Alright. So I think I've completed the mission requirements here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, I don't have another thruster. That's what I pay you for. A. And then I can play you. I can actually draw you. And did I want to draw you? No, I don't want to draw you. Play you and yeah, fun times. Okay, that was good. Good round, everyone. And yeah, so I completed that mission. I blocked that shield. Oh, I used that shield there. So I paid 1 credit, but I got 3 prestige. 1, 2, 3. And I get 3 credits out of it as well. Alright, cool beans. I think I'll save up for that Ventus piece, eh? It's a really good one. It plays Doom with. Although it doesn't really work with absorption either. So, who knows? Maybe Doom will stay around. Another kill contract. Okay, well, getting to crunch time. I actually have some time here. I can literally just do one single missions here. Pursue is really good. I don't need the extra thrusters though, but Pursuer is one of my favorite ones. Like you can't go wrong with. It's like, oh no, I have my miss in my hand. Eh, not the end of the world. I don't think I replaced you yet, so actually I have less time than I thought. But ultimately, I'm still not in a bad spot. So let's draw my 1 card here. Flip you over. Draw 4 more. And I will get to draw 1 because I'm the mission leader. Cool beans. So I have crew here. I don't have another shield. Is there a way for me to get another shield? Oh, there is. Huh. That's actually pretty nice. Because I can. So trashing deletes the card from your deck. So that's a great way to get rid of misses. So discarding puts in the discard pile, but trashing a card gets rid of the card. So if you have too many damage cards, or damage cards are great to trash after your miss because generally, like I said, damage cards are kind of just junk unless you're going for kill contracts. Oh man, this one's just eating a space here. Well, I suppose the credits don't matter really, so I can do transport rescue just fine. Get that 1 guaranteed. Yeah, I guess I'll do this one and we'll just roll with it here. So we will roll our single hazard die. Alright, roll. Thank you. Brutal. But I have to play 2 shields anyways. So I draw 1 because I'm mission leader. And I will play this, and that is free, so I'm at 3 actions because that's +2. Bill Bendo will act as a shield, and I'll draw a card. I play a shield. I've now completed the mission, but I still have an action left. Kind of want to find my miss. Pull you out. Or do I want to cycle through my deck? I want to cycle through my deck. So I'll grab a reactor actually. So I'm at 2 actions here. Once more. I'm at 1 action, draw 2. I'm at 3 actions. I'm at 2 actions, draw 2. I'm at 3 actions, and this is why the Pursuer is nice. I literally can play everything, but it doesn't matter. Alright, complete this mission. I get 3 credits. Oh, I can go for the Flash. That might be better than this guy. I think it is. I'm buying Flash. Goodbye Doom. Alright, and I moved up. He moves up. I refresh. Can't go wrong with reducing the requirement for free. It does give you a shield, which is a little redundant. But can't go wrong with getting that shield when you have shield wall. Remember the cleanse. So Moonrakers actually is a backstory. As a Kickstarter, I did get a comic book in my set. So yeah. Alright, let's see here. What do I get here? So I got a zoom. Zoom and boom or straight boom. I might need to pick up a crew. Probably Ryle. Although I do have some crew available here. I have reactors. I just need to get one crew, one average of 1. Don't have any shields. I didn't even look at. Did I misplay? I might have misplayed last game or last turn because I might have been able to pull this one off. Okay. Well, let's draw my hand. So I draw 5. I do have a reactor, but hand size is 6. And then I draw a +1. I gotta figure out a mission first. So I have reactors, I have thrusters. That's always a winning combination. I literally just need shields. Yeah. Go for the win. Do we do it? I think we do it. Alright, so we roll 2 hazard dice. Going for the win here. Oh, it's easy. It's easy. There's no downside now if I fail. Alright, so I'm at 3. Oh, I gotta draw 1 first. Oh, look at that. So 3, 5, 7 actions, 6 actions. I can't math right now. 6 actions, 8 actions, 7 actions. What's after 7? 9. I'm gonna pull you in to find a thruster. Shuffle you up. Draw 2. And I got you and you. And I'll draw 1, I guess, because I have pretty much unlimited actions. Draw 2. And that is game. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, and I could have paid for a thruster if I needed to. Yeah, so it's a little risky because if I didn't get this guy, now that I think about it, it's actually kind of risky because if I didn't, I could have maybe drawn into this section here altogether. But yeah, no, it worked out. So I end up getting 7 credits, which I don't need because I won. I'm actually at 11. Dab on the haters. Anyways, this is a really fun game because you're just negotiating with people all the time over like little things, and just always trying to get a foot up, and uh, it's a lot of fun. I really recommend playing this game. Give it a try on Tabletop Simulator. But if you prefer a tabletop, like IRL version, they do offer that as well, and it's a nice box, really nice cards. Like I said, those coins, um, these bad boys here are incredibly nice looking. Like the Tabletop Simulator doesn't do them justice. They're nice metal coins. So I recommend playing this game. It's a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.